Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to Human... Well, sorry, I almost said human... Did I say Human Resource Machine for last episode? 7 billion humans. I might have said Human Resource Machine last time. Alright, let's see what Terrain Leveler is all about. Ooh, it's something else like this. Let's all imagine you have a sandbox, and you carefully build some tall sandcastles, and you dig some deep holes. And then the older kids come along and shake the whole sandbox like an earthquake, and you're left with a perfectly flat plane of sand. Well, that's what we need to do to this data. Holy hell. Okay. Okay, Okay. I know the way to do this. It's going to involve averaging every column and then every row. That's how we're going to do it. So, we're going to step up. Actually, one sec. Set. Or no, we want. Wait, do I not have closest? I don't have closest, do I? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I need to know. Nearest. Okay. I don't have it. Game's a jerk. Just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Four, five, six, seven. Cool. We've got 7 rows, 7 columns, 7 people. So we're going to step up. If above you does not equal data cube, this is basically just going to walk everybody to right here. And then we start the loop. I might change it to where you are. We'll see. Step up. Calculate. Memory 1 equals memory 1 plus where you are. So the funny thing here is if I wanted to, I could also do a summing thing for how many, but I'm not going to bother because we know it's 7 and it's always 7. If it weren't, sure. The difficulty here is that they don't have a good way of randomizing that. So memory 1 goes memory 1 plus that. So that will sum up. If above you equals a data cube, jump. So you're going to sum everything up. Then you're going to calculate memory 1 equals memory 1 divided by 7. And then you're going to step You're going to stop right there. So you pick up, write, mem1, drop, if step down, if where you are is a data cube, you do it again. If it's not a data cube, you end up here. No, that's not actually how I want it. The reason why is because I want everybody... No, that's right. I then want everybody to step like this. So the person here is going to step there. The person here is going to step there, step there. The person here is going to step, 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 step. If your location equals a data cube, and here's the problem. From here we do the exact same thing going the other direction, which is, I really wish there was a better way to copy paste things. Turns out a lot of code editing is copy pasting because a lot of similar things happen in different places. You try to avoid that if you can, but it's inevitable in a lot of ways. So you step left, you calculate memory 2 equals memory 2 plus where you are. If where you're going equals a data cube, we're going to repeat. Then we calculate memory 2 equals memory 2 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. And then fine. And then we right, because we're going to stop there, so we're going to pick up, write, memory 2, drop, if to the right is a data cube, sorry, no, step right, if where we are is a data cube, repeat. Alright, I think this is going to work. I actually think this is going to work right out of the box. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this guy. Because he right now hits it so. Okay, this is where we double check. He does the calculation. If above you is a data cube, so he doesn't jump, so he calculates. So he picks this up, writes a 3, steps down. And he's going to keep doing that. Until he reaches the bottom. Whoops. I clicked off of the button real fast. Steps down. Where he is not equal to data cube. So he steps across. Everybody starts counting. So 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. So 21. So the average is 3. Oh, some of them didn't need to. Oh. Oh wait, we had ones that failed? You might have noticed one or more of your situations failed to complete successfully during random tests. I'm curious why this fails. Okay, let's check. All 2, all 3. They should always be the same. The code should never make it so it's different. 2, 3, 3. 8, 10, 18. The answer is 2. Oh, I know why. I know why it's failing. There's a reason why it's failing. Because they expect the answer to be 3. They expect the answer to be 3 is what I'm guessing. Yep, so here's the problem. The way we're doing this isn't actually always going to work. It's not going to work for a couple reasons. The main reason, though, is that the way that this works doesn't. So what we're doing is we're kind of doing a limited average, and because we're losing data by dividing by 7, it doesn't work. So, yeah. Is there a way to actually avoid this? And I think the answer... Well, there are 2 answers, and I think they're both silly. But one might actually work. So, I think the answer is always 3. I think that's actually always the answer. I think it always randomizes to 3. Or more often than not, it averages to 3. However, I think the actual problem is the rounding. So right now, all that these people understand are integers. Solid numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do not understand 3.5, anything like that. Which is really unfortunate. Because what it means is data is lost. So if you have a row, or more accurately a column, that is on average 2.9, it gets written as 2, which is pretty bad. What we can do is we can affect a rounding, which is a really bad plan for a couple reasons. But the real problem is that, actually, are these... Oh, I think it's going to random again, isn't it? I'm curious. Or is this the solution where everything... Is it the same solution? Yeah, I think it's the same. 2634203. 26, yeah. Alright, so... There are two things that I think we could do to solve this problem. One... Actually run one person through all of it, get the right answer, run them back through. The reason why I didn't take that solution to begin with is it's really slow. It's really slow because you have somebody running up and down the whole thing and then going back and writing all of them. We've got 7 people to utilize this. We are using 7 people. Like 90 seconds or whatever they're saying is the average. We're not even going to be close. Now, it might be better for a number of instructions, which I will totally do. But, in general, it's bad. In general, it's bad. Because we've got so many resources that we wouldn't be utilizing. That's really the problem. Now, when it comes to optimizing 2 instructions out of this, because what was number 26? That one, I don't know if we're going to have an easy time with. Actually, I think I know exactly how we do it. Mostly because I don't know what happens if you do this. Okay, cool. So here's how we do this, by the way. We're at 24. What we do, if above me equals a data cube, wait, do I have an undo? I got rid of this step up on accident. Sorry, if above me equals a data cube, or my current location is nothing, we jump up. Because when you're standing here, above you is not... Yeah, this works. And puts us at 25. Ah, okay. So, anyway, this is going to fail. But these guys actually do all get all the way up to where they are without that extra setup to get them right here. Now, the reason why this is failing... The dumb part is... I think this is actually accurate. I think the way that the numbers randomize, this is always true. I want to see how many reds are in here. Actually, a whole lot more than I expected. So, here's the dumb part. The solution that I think, and I think actually puts it right at 26, is the one that affects rounding. It's the one that affects rounding. So, because we're dividing by 7, if you think about it, in general, when you divide something by 7, 1, 2, and 3 all end up at less than 0.5. 4, 5, and 6 always end up at greater than 0.5. And obviously, 7 ends up at 1. So, because we're losing some of this information, we tend to trend lower than higher. If we add 4 before we... Whoops. If we add 4 before... Actually, we probably want to do it here. If we add 4 here, we are effectively rounding up. And we passed that one. We're at 26 things, and we failed 4. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Okay, we don't do this. I just realized my mistake. And that is we don't do this. We don't do that. We just write memory 1 down. We do the sums, because then instead of dividing by 7 here, we divide by 49. We don't do the average in the middle. That's the mistake. So that's just me being stupid. So we hit way under. We are going to have a 100% pass rate and be a little bit too slow. So we can now do some silly things, like try and figure out how to make this faster, even if it's slightly faster. How do we make this faster? Run up, run down, run across, run to the side. Picking up and writing all the way. I have some thoughts, but they involve doing what I was doing before, which is taking an average and placing it, because then you could avoid writing later. So we can also do this differently. It's hard to do this differently though, because they all end up down here. You'd have to walk them this way. You'd have to walk them around, and that wouldn't work. This is the best way to make them change rows. Is there a shortcut? The problem is we can't have them math down the row and math back up the row. Like, they can't ask each other what they are. That doesn't save 8 seconds, does it? Not doing an if check. It actually did save on average 4 seconds. So what we can do, calculate one ahead. Step up. Do the calculation. Basically anything that we can do to save time. This should still work. Question is, did we save any time? No, we saved exactly 0 time. Alright. If we didn't have to write... So the dumb part is, and I do mean the dumb part, is if we ran them all up, ran them all across this way, you'd get a larger sampling of the data. But the problem is they wouldn't always be the same, and it would be pretty bad. The law of averages would indicate that it should work most of the time, but an actual success in this is that all of them are the same, and that is unlikely doing it that way. We can maybe make this better. I'm actually curious if this makes it faster. Where you are as a data cube, calculate. Else, so if it's not a data cube, no, we don't want that. Actually, here we go. Else, jump there. Yeah, this will actually save some time, I think. Because we're looking to pull just a couple seconds off. That's wrong, huh? Oh, right. Interesting, that 1 made the difference from the average being a 4 or presumably to a 5. That else saves us extra operations, which are arguably expensive. And look at that. We still didn't get it, but we're really close, which means we just have to basically make one more optimization. Because, yeah, writing to memory is very expensive, or calculating is very expensive. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of... We basically can't pull that off anymore, because that's basically still optimizing for this at the start. That's where most of our optimization changes have been. But we could possibly make use of if-else's here. Probably not, actually. Because this if-else lets us avoid memory. If where we are is a data cube, we always want to step up. So this will actually put us up here, which might be bad, but overall might save us a little bit. I'm actually curious, because this, if we might be able to avoid this if check a little bit. Because we're running that if check a lot. Alright, so we step up. If where we are is a data cube, we math on it. And then we will step up again. If it's not a data cube, that's when this matters. That's where we are. So if where we are does not have a data cube, so basically here, if that is a wall, if above us is a wall, we're actually going to have them step down and do this. Otherwise, you're clearly there. Okay, so this saves us some memory writing and also saves us a little bit of extra ifs over here. This might be enough. That we knew. That's actually slower. Damn. I really wish I could see the undos. Okay, so this... Oh, whoops. This is what worked and was at 91 seconds. Nope. Wait, what? Oh, right. No, that doesn't change anything because it's conditional. Oh, God. No. God, I really hate this undo functionality being at the bottom. Oh! You're kidding, right? God damn it. I wish I knew this. Alright, well, I've learned something about this game today. And we're already past time. I'd like to finish the optimization on this, because I think we can do it. Actually, wait, no, I think this is good. I think this is right. I think this is where we were at 93 seconds. Or 91 seconds. Nope, I've still done something wrong. Oh no, that's right. How did we get to 95? I don't know where we are anymore. I've made too many mistakes. Now I'm at 95. If above you is a data cube, you math it into your memory and repeat. Step up and check. If it's not a data cube, you're either in this situation or this situation, or here. So if where you are is nothing, you step. Okay. I think this is good. Oh, something weird happened there. Yeah, that got slower because of the weird thing that happened there. Is a data cube. You step up. If where you are is nothing. Okay, now we're at 92. I don't even know where we're getting these numbers. I'm going to say something silly, by the way. Drop. Okay, I want to know something. So this should still function. Because basically I've taken one loop out. And that is the first... Oh god. There we go. I'm curious. We're at 92. This is... Oh, sorry. For a second I was like, oh god, we failed half of it? No. What happens if instead of step right, pick up, I do pick up right? Is that actually faster? It's definitely like fewer commands. What? Okay, I'm curious how that broke. So this person is doing that. Picks up where they are. Writes memory 2 and drops it. Oh! I thought you actually stepped and picked it up. I thought that's how it used to work. See, here's where the undo's okay. So with the fact that it moves around like a madman. Okay. We're going to try and save some time with this one. With this loop here. So if where you are goes a data cube, you keep going. Until you end up here. I guess what you could do is if that equals a data cube jump, else step up and then you end up here. You calculate if where you're going is a data cube, step left, otherwise, yeah, okay, this should still work. I don't know if it's gonna actually make it faster. I don't think it is. Oh god, something went awry. Oh, right. That will prevent it from breaking. We're looking for really small optimizations here, and we're optional size be damned. Hey, we got it. Turns out that one extra step is on average a it's actually 2 steps. Each step is a second. You're saving a step up and to the right and a step back to the left. Bingo, bango, boingo. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you next time. But until then, keep your gears turning.